To start with, the federal government has unveiled a 365 million naira annual prize to reward outstanding academic research, innovation, and intellectual excellence in Nigeria's tertiary institutions. The initiative will cover universities, polytechnics, monotechnics, and colleges of education across 6 fields, including medicine, engineering, agriculture, law, and teaching innovation. It also includes a 30 million Dr. Stella Adedevo Prize for Medicine and Medical Innovation. The Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, said the program is designed to strengthen research, innovation, and the commercialization of academic work. The inaugural National Laureate Awards are scheduled for November 2026. In a separate development, the federal government says public institutions benefiting from government-funded solar power will begin paying tariffs to support the maintenance and long-term sustainability of the projects. The initiative is part of the launch of the Renewable Assets Management Company by the Rural Electrification Agency. REA Managing Director Aliu Abba Abubakar said the move followed assessments showing that several solar projects had deteriorated due to inadequate maintenance. He said Ramco will manage the assets, collect tariffs, and rebuild reserves for major repairs, reducing reliance on government funding. The government said about 263 billion naira has been committed to solar hybrid projects under the Energizing Education Program, covering 22 federal universities and 3 teaching hospitals. Now, the Nigeria Police Force has invited social media activist Martins Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Man, to provide evidence backing his allegation that police officers at checkpoints collude with kidnappers and bandits. The Force Public Relations Officer, Annie Iniedo, said the allegation made at the Nigerian Bar Association conference in Port Harcourt was serious but unsubstantiated. Very Dark Man had alleged that checkpoint officers identify wealthy travelers and pass their details to kidnappers for ransom. The police rejected the claim, urging him to produce evidence for investigation. The force said officers found guilty of misconduct would face disciplinary action and prosecution, but cautioned against blanket accusations that could undermine public trust and demoralize personnel. It also urged members of the public with credible evidence of police misconduct to report through appropriate channels. Now, the Association of Psychiatrists in Nigeria has backed the federal government's move to decriminalize attempted suicide, but says legal reform alone will not prevent suicidal behavior. The association urged the government to tackle poverty, unemployment, insecurity, food insecurity, and the rising cost of living, which it said contributes to mental distress. It also called for full implementation of the Mental Health Act 2021 and expanded access to affordable mental health care and essential psychiatric medicines. The Federal Executive Council had approved a bill seeking to amend the Mental Health Act and decriminalize attempted suicide, with the government targeting a 15% reduction in suicide deaths and attempts by 2030. Now turning to the international scene, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has warned that artificial intelligence could permanently eliminate many jobs and create one of the most turbulent periods in human history. In an essay published on his website, Gates said entry and mid-level workers could be particularly vulnerable, with roles in customer service, software engineering, sales, and paralegal work among those likely to be affected. He also warned that AI and robotics could eventually disrupt blue-collar jobs while increasing risks from cyber attacks, fraud, and disinformation. Gates, however, said AI could also transform healthcare, agriculture, education, and clean energy, urging governments to develop national and international frameworks to manage the technology and ensure its benefits are widely shared. Still on the foreign scene, scientists say a glacier collapse likely triggered the devastating flash floods that killed more than 160 people and left hundreds missing in Nepal and Tibet. Experts say a large mass of ice and rock broke away from a glacier near Langtang Lirong in Nepal's Himalayas, sending water, mud, and debris into the Lahende Kola River. The U.S. Geological Survey said the seismic signal recorded during the disaster was caused by the glacial collapse and debris flow rather than an earthquake. Scientists say the exact cause remains unclear, but warn that rising temperatures are making Himalayan glaciers and surrounding slopes increasingly unstable. Rescue operations are continuing as authorities search for survivors and assess the damage. Now moving on to business news with Shukra Oniyi. Hello Shukra, what's the latest in the world of business today?
Hello, Gloria. We have quite a lot going on in the business space today. But first, the headlines. Nigeria's foreign reserve is now above $53 billion as the NGX extend their losing streak as the market shared 0.17%. And regionally, Theresa secures a new offtake deal for Zimbabwe's Caro Platinum. Prudential reports 8% growth, raises share buyback to $1.5 billion. Now let's discuss the details. Nigerian foreign exchange reserve have crossed the $53.1 billion mark, supported by stronger crude oil earnings and accelerated capital inflows. The latest increase provides a stronger external buffer for the Nigerian economy and comes as the country's economy continues to improve foreign exchange liquidity and attract more investment. The development also puts the reserves above the government's year-end target, strengthening Nigeria's capacity to meet its international financial obligation and support confidence in the economy. Meanwhile, the Nigerian equity market has extended its losing streak to 11 consecutive sessions. The Nigerian Foreign Exchange All-Share Index fell by 0.17% to close at 238.623.92 points on Wednesday, August 26. The decline wiped approximately 259.76 billion from the market capitalization as the sustained selling pressure was recorded across banking, insurance, consumer goods, oil and gas stocks. Despite the recent correction, the market remains firmly positive on a year-to-date basis, with investors continuing to monitor corporate earnings and broader economic conditions. And regionally, mining company Theresa PLC has secured an offtake agreement for concrete from its Caro Platinum project in Zimbabwe. Its subsidiary, Caro Platinum, signed a binding term sheet with a subsidiary of Valterra Platinum covering platinum group metal and base metal concrete. The agreement has an initial term of 5 years and provides greater certainty for sale of output as Caro project move towards production. The project is located on Zimbabwe's Great Dick and holds a mineral reserve of 2.1 ounces on 4E basis. Turning to the international business space, British insurer Prudential has reported an 8% increase in the first half, new business profit reaching about $1.38 billion. The growth was driven largely by strong performances in the market, including Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore. Prudential is also increasing its 2026 share buyback program by another $300 million, bringing the total program to $1.5 billion. The company has also raised its interim dividend by 15% to 8.88 cents per share, signaling continuing focus on returning value to shareholders. And that's a wrap on today's business update. We'll be turning back to Gloria Ta. Stay with us.
Thank you, Shukra, and welcome back. Up next is S24 Report coming to you after the break.
We all know that insecurity is a major concern for many Nigerians, affecting the way people work, move, travel, and go about their daily life. But the question is that, has it changed the way people live their life? We took this question to the street to listen to what people could say about insecurity changing their lives.
And I have reason why I say such, because when we look around, due to the insecurity, we have many invariant things that is happening all around due to the insecurity. And I try to like notice that make life to like be difficult these days. Because once we before you can go and you can move to anywhere freely. But now, due to the insecurity, you have to like match yourself and put yourself in order before now moving out. So the activities, even in your working place, you have doubt and other things because of the insecurity. And in terms of it, like follow the road and you try to like, notice that these are not more moving as before. Before somebody will leave his home with peace and with peace of mind and thinking that it's going to somewhere. But now, with the insecurity, we cannot predict of what will happen on the way due to the insecurity activities that is going on up and down in the country. I think this is the best thing that I'm able to do. The government has to put much in concern towards it because it has make things to be in a way whereby even the student or the children are now before somebody you leave your child to go to school, it's something that you have to like have an escort to take that guy to the student to school. And now what I would tell the government to do here is that they should try to put effort in that security aspect and to see how we can be able to move and make a better Nigeria.
Okay, first and foremost, when we talk about insecurity, it has a wider dimension. It has a wider dimension. It could be, one can be a victim of armed robbery. One can be a victim of kidnapping. One can be a victim of terrorism. So it has a wider dimension. I have also been a victim of armed robbery. I was living in opposite Arab Road before. They call that place Kagini. And thieves normally come there in the night they will break into our doors, steal our laptops, steal everything. So it has actually changed the way I live. And I have to relocate from that place immediately because they came there 2 times to rob me. So that is one issue. Then, on the general note, insecurity is affecting everybody because everybody is getting conscious these days. Even if you want to enter a vehicle to go to somewhere, you are a bit scared that, okay, I hope I will not fall into the hand of kidnappers. I hope I will not fall into the hand of terrorists. They're everywhere. You wouldn't know. And it takes the grace of God for us to survive. So it has actually changed the way I live.
So
It has made me to relocate. It has made me to feel people more conscious, security conscious, more than ever before. I have written an article on my website before, and it has to do with the issue of security. And I have continued to say it. And thank God, the current president is taking action on this issue of state policing now. Because I'm a believer in this state police and community policing. You see, community policing, no people understand their area more than the indigenous. So they understand the terrain. So no matter how fantastic, how terrible these terrorists are, the community policing will work very effectively because they understand their terrain, they understand their area there. So before they can come, they should be able to alert the security, even though they may not be as well armed as the terrorists. So I urge the government to proceed with this issue of state police, so that each state should have so the police. And if each community again should also have their own community police, that local vigilante that can be going to the forest and be trying to monitor the movement of criminals. Because these people, they are good for nothing people at all. Because how can you be killing people anyhow? It is very bad. So I want the government to establish that issue of state policing.
Keep on talking with the government to give us more security so that we can tackle the place. But up to now, more security that have been provided. But up to now, we don't know. Because we ourselves, we are living there ourselves, we are the one killing ourselves. We are the one giving information to those people that are attacking us. Again, I myself, I don't go out at night because of this insecurity. Even though I'm traveling, I don't travel in the night, I travel in the daytime in order to tackle this. You understand me? Even this car we're entering in Abuja here, this alone. You have to shine your eyes. You actually, it's not all the cars that you enter. That is the only place. Is it in this Abuja or another state?
Anyway,
Yes, now like Bega. Even Bega here. Area 1, Apple Bridge, all those areas that are not insecurity there. They will collect your phone and run away. Whole security to the places. They are attacking us.
all right.
Yeah.
If I want to go out, me, most times I do go out and come back like that kind of time. But based on the insecurities everywhere, so I have to change my time. There are places like I love traveling to the east, but based on the kidnapping, the insecurities, so all those things. That I'm no longer moved to travel again. Going in, staying out late. I advise the government to make sure it does everything to make the country to be more secure again.
Welcome back from that break. And this is Political Arena coming to you from S24 Television. And you spoke about having strong institution and having weak, strong individual and having weak institution. So how can we change the narrative for the benefit of people that are going to come in the next decades?
You see, that is a very serious one, to be very honest. And having a very strong institution, it requires a lot of engagement. A single individual cannot be able to do it. And to be able to have a strong institution, we must revolutionize. We must have a revolution in the system. Because definitely there are some certain people or some certain reforms that need to be flushed out.
Well, are we really ready to carry out that revolution?
That is the question. Are we really ready to carry out the reform? Because we have to, particularly like I said, Nigeria is in one of its defining moments where it requires leaders who can think beyond the comfort of their zones. We must think outside the box. So for us to have strong institutions, we have to commit ourselves that yes, we want to do it, and we have to be intentional and deliberate about it.
Okay, so what skills should students develop before moving into national politics?
What a student should develop, like I used to say, is number one, particularly in campus politics. One of the key to being a successful student leader is have a good communication skills and master the art of public speaking. Be able to engage with people. Be able to identify a problem. Don't just identify. Be part of the problem and be part of the solution. Because identifying the problem is only the beginning. It's only the beginning. So you must be able to stand on your principle when the need arises.
So apart from contesting election, what other ways can students participate in politics?
There are so many ways a student can participate in politics aside contesting for offices. I remember when I was in school, when one of my strong support that I got was from my class. Coming to my department, to my head of department, to my faculty. If I go to contest for a position covering the entire school, I will get support from my faculty and the rest. So when we identify people with potentials, people whom we believed can be able to deliver the task, supporting them is also part of the participation. And not only supporting them, we must be active in whatever decision that is going to be made about our lives. We must be deliberate, we must participate, we must have the knowledge of policy analysis. Don't just criticize policies. Policies doesn't have single answer. It has multiple options. Be able to provide solutions. You engage yourself. Power is not given, it is taken.
Of course,
Yes.
48 levels of power.
Yes.
Well, so how can social media and technology at least support and aid students to be more politically informed and inclined?
Well, talking about social media and the role it can play to make citizens more informed, you can't actually say technology can play a vital role in making citizens informed, but it solely depends on the quality of how we use the technology.
How we consume it.
How we use the technology. For example, in 2023, when Peter Obi was contesting for the president, a lot of people doesn't even know who is Peter Obi. But what made him more popular was social media. If we are using social media, cannot just be a tool that can make us informed unless we are using it for civic education. There are people who are making content, people who cannot be able to read long policies, but in short, in 1 minute video, they can be able to understand what that policy is all about. So I think this is one of the most important aspects of it that can make citizens or student leaders to be more informed about the current realities of our country.
Okay, so if universities truly want to prepare future national leaders, what 3 things should they change immediately?
Number one, students, the school management must directly be involved.
Directly.
Not
any representation.
Directly. Students must develop thinking ability. Number 3, the students must know leadership is not about achieving personal interest, but rather public. You see, I am saying this because I have seen it firsthand experience. Many students are just left behind to do whatever they want. Do. The management are not holding students accountable. Even the students are not holding
themselves
accountable. So the management should change, the school authority should change that culture, because a student under whatever university has to be under the care, because like I said, the family, it starts from the family, the society, then the school, then the university. So the university is the final destination that will expose you to the larger society.
Okay, Aliyu, what responsibility do students themselves have in preparing for leadership?
The students in themselves, like I said, everybody cannot be a leader.
Of course.
But when you realize you have the potential, you realize you're strong, there is what they call SWOT analysis in business.
Carrot and stick.
Your strength, weakness, opportunity, and SWOT analysis. Your strength, your strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. That is the last one. When you are able to identify this, try as much as you can. Like I said earlier, before, many people were not holding that strong ideology, principles. You must have your own principle. There are a system or situation where you find yourself in one of the most critical situation. I think this is going back to our previous question. Many people, when they are outside the system, they say when they find themselves in that system, they dance according to the tone of the system.
Well, when I'm not in power, nobody is perfect
than me. When I get there, I realize it is not the same. So you see, this principle is very important.
Yes. Well, Ali, finally, before we call it a day, so what advice will you give to Nigerian students who want to become national leaders without repeating the same mistake and negative practice in Nigerian politics?
Well, my advice to student leaders is don't chase power, chase impact. Build your leadership with service, so that you can be remembered by the measure, you can be measured by the level of impact you made before you left the position you occupied. Because leadership is not about position. It is what you were able to do when you have the opportunity or chance. This is my advice to them, because I feel this is very personal. When I was during my national service, I served in Katsina. You know, NYSC has 4 cardinal programs. Orientation course, place of primary assignment, community development, then winding up. The third one, when I got to the camp after the orientation exercise, I realized the CDS, you know, there is a group CDS and there is a personal CDS. I took that opportunity when I was serving in Kasana. I was able to identify challenges
affecting
this my immediate community, my host community. What I didn't be part of the community complaint. I moved by action. I developed a proposal, approached NYSC, seek for approval. I constructed a solar-powered borehole.
Kudos, Ali.
Today, these people are still benefiting from this borehole. I distributed 100 school uniforms to 100 pupils and underserved children.
During your NYSC?
During my national service. I also, at the same time, I taught 100 Almajiris how to read and write and even speak. For 3 months, I used to go every day.
Well, I think based on what you said to us, it's high time for the Nigerian president maybe to give you national honor of OON. Well, thank you so much, Ali. So finally, before you go, Ali, speak to Nigerians on the advantage of electing credible leaders, not political leaders.
Yes. My advice to Nigerians is don't vote based on personality. Vote people based on their records, their past and their antecedents. Before you vote someone, critically analyze what was he been able to do when he had the opportunity, whether he held a position or he has the resources to help people. What impact has he been able to make in his own immediate community? I think this is one of the primary tools that people should look at in voting the person that should lead them, because it is very important. We are voting based on what you have in your bank account and what you can be able to tell us. Human can change. I can make empty promises. I can say a lot of things that I know deeply inside my heart. I don't really mean it, but what doesn't lie is your past.
Thank you so much, Ali. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
sharing
very
your
much.
insight with
Thank
us.
you very much.
Election, exercising foreign child is beyond election. It cut across holding leaders accountable. Hold them accountable. Make sure you vote for the credible people ahead of 2027. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and may Nigeria continue to be the best among the African states. And this is where we will draw the curtain of political arena here on S24 television. Thank you and bye for now.
For many children, cartoons are simply entertainment. But for Mary Wanjiku, they became the inspiration for a lifelong career. Growing up, she admired animated classics like Johnny Bravo and Ed and Eddie. At the time, becoming an animator seemed impossible.
Saturday mornings are my favorites because, I got to enjoy cartoons, Johnny Bravo, Ed and Eddie, and all that. But it seemed like a dream that was so far, something that was unachievable.
Today, she spends her days designing animated characters, developing storyboards, and producing films through Studio M&A, the company she co-founded in Nairobi. Her journey wasn't straightforward. Following the COVID-19 pandemic, Wanjiku made the difficult decision to leave a stable job and become an animation intern.
In 2021, after the pandemic, I quit my full-time job and decided to pursue animation. And the only way I could do that is becoming an intern. So I became an animation intern, and I did that for six months up until late 2021, where I also co-founded my production company, Studio M&A, because I wanted to tell my own stories,
That decision paid off. Within months, she had launched her own studio, joining growing community of African animators producing content rooted in local culture and experiences. Still, funding remains one of the industry's biggest hurdle. Creative organizations says hundreds of projects seek financial support every year, but only a fraction receives grants.
We received over 230 applications from creatives across Kenya. And what they were asking in total across all the projects, 230, was 400 million shillings in support. Everyone was asking for whatever. And we only had 30 million shillings to support. So, we had to choose the projects, most promising projects that we could support. The other thing that, the French Cultural Corporation has done is also enable mobility funding. So professionals, creatives from Kenya have been able to participate in professional events within their sector across Africa, but also in Europe. People gone to Germany, to France and that is where you're able to sell your product. That is where you're able to network. That is where you're able to perhaps find co-producers. That is where you're able to find, distributors, etc.
International partnership and cultural exchange programs continue to play an important role in helping creatives reach global audiences. But beyond producing animated films, Wanjiku is passionate about mentoring young talent.
She was a really good mentor, like someone you could look up to. And she opened a lot of opportunities for me.
Animator Erwin Waweru says our guidance helps him build confidence in the industry.
What made me go into animation is my curiosity of what happens behind what we see in the screens. I would tell the other people who want to start animation, just starting is the main problem, but you just have to start and keep your curiosity and be open to learning. Yeah, just don't give up. Yeah.
Industry experts also say women are increasingly leading the sector, not only as animators, but as producers, scriptwriters, and production managers.
From a standpoint of women in animation, I find that women are really coming up in the field and they're really taking up roles. Most of all, most applications we receive for interns are women or women, ladies from colleges who are just graduated from the colleges. Also, I've visited several colleges and I've seen the numbers of women learning animation to that of men is almost the same. So it's no longer a male-dominated field, but you find females actually coming in and actually doing better. Also, we find that there are not just roles for animation for women, but also there are women who are becoming producers, production managers, they are becoming script writers, and they're just doing a whole lot in the particular area.
For Mary Wanjiku, success isn't measured only by completed projects. It is about inspiring others to pursue creative careers.
I think I want to inspire people. I want to mentor people because I don't think I had so much of that. So I want to be a mentor. And besides that, I want to tell stories,
To pursue creative careers and telling authentic African stories that resonate with audiences everywhere.
It's been a mix of tragedy and victories in Nigeria's security space as 2 civilians lose their lives in a Zamfara IED blast, while troops record successful rescue and arrest operations in Kebbi and Borno. I am Martha Okpalanedu, and this is your security updates. 2 civilians have been killed after an improvised explosive device, IED, exploded along the Gurusu-Gwashi Road in Bukoyum, local government area of Zamfara State. The incident occurred on Tuesday morning, August 26th, when troops stationed at Forward Operating Base Gwashi responded to reports of the explosion. Preliminary findings indicate that a motorcycle triggered the explosive device. A man and a woman were killed in the blast, with their remains recovered from the scene and taken to Bukuyum General Hospital. Following the explosion, troops intensified patrols and maintained security presence around the area to prevent further attacks. The incident once again highlights the danger posed by explosive devices along roads used by civilians and security personnel in parts of Zamfara State.
In Kebbi State, troops of Sector 2 Operation Fansanyama have rescued a kidnapped woman and disrupted a planned ransom payment in Danko Wasagu local government area. The operation followed credible intelligence that the abductors were preparing to collect ransom in exchange for the woman's release. The victim had reportedly been kidnapped from her farm sometime last month. Acting on the intelligence, troops moved in to intercept the ransom exchange. The bandits reportedly engaged the advancing troops, but fled after being overwhelmed by superior firepower, abandoning the hostage. The woman was found unharmed and taken to safety before being reunited with her family. Troops also conducted clearance and dominance patrols in Ingasi local government area, with the operation ending without incidents. And finally, in Borno State, troops of Operation Hadim K, working with members of the Civilian Joint Task Force, have arrested a suspected ISWAP operative in Miradi, Crown, Guzamala local government area. The suspect, identified as 25-year-old Buba Hamadu, was arrested on August 24th by troops of Forward Operating Base Miradi. During preliminary interrogation, security personnel reportedly discovered a photograph on his mobile phone showing him alongside unidentified individuals carrying AK-47 rifles. The discovery raised suspicions over his possible links with ISWAP elements operating in the area. A Techno mobile phone and other personal items were also recovered. The suspect has since been transferred to custody of Headquarters Sector 3, Operation Hadim K, for further investigation and necessary action. The military says intelligence-led operations, patrols, and collaboration with local security partners remain key to disrupting terrorist networks across the Northeast. And that's the latest on the security update. Remember, the security is a shared responsibility. Until next time, bye for now.
Hello and welcome to Tech World Updates, where we discuss technology, innovation, and digital world. I am Aisha Muhammad. Here's what's shaping ICT from Nigeria to the global stage. Today's headlines focus on technology being developed to improve digital inclusion in Nigeria, a major investment in AI data centers infrastructure across Africa, and OpenAI's reported progress in developing custom chips for artificial intelligence. We begin in Nigeria. The Nigerian Communications Commission is hosting the finale of its latest technology hackathon, with 5 finalists presenting digital solutions designed to improve accessibility for people living with disabilities. Among the innovations are real-time sign language translation tools and USSD-based emergency services, demonstrating how artificial intelligence and digital technology can be applied to practical challenges affecting everyday life. The initiative also raises an important question about Nigeria's digital transformation. Who is technology being designed for? As digital services become increasingly central to education, healthcare, communications, and emergency response, accessibility will become an increasingly important part of building an inclusive digital economy. Across Africa, MTN Group has partnered with Dubai-based investor Tariq Al-Ashram, co-founder of Gulf Data Hub, to establish African Data Hub Holding Limited. The joint venture plans to develop an initial 150 megawatts of AI-focused data center capacity across the continent. The investment comes as demand for computing power rises sharply alongside the expansion of artificial intelligence. Data centers require significant amounts of electricity, connectivity, and cooling infrastructure, making AI expansion not simply a software challenge, but also an infrastructure and energy challenge for Africa. And finally, on the international stage, OpenAI says its first custom inference silicon is delivering better workload efficiency per watt than NVIDIA's Blackwell system in its reported infrastructure testing. The development is significant because AI companies are increasingly designing specialized chips to handle specific workloads more efficiently. NVIDIA currently plays a dominant role in supplying the high-performance processors powering modern AI systems. If custom silicon can deliver better performance relative to energy consumption for particular workload, It could help AI companies reduce infrastructure costs while increasing computing capacity. However, the comparison is specifically about efficiency powers in particular workload, rather than an indication that OpenAI's chip universally outperform NVIDIA's entire hardware portfolio. And that's Tech World Update, where innovation meets impact and the future stays in focus. Stay informed, stay connected, and join us again for more stories shaping the digital future. But don't go. After the break is entertainment news updates with Quiet Linus. Thank you and bye for now.
Hello and welcome to today's entertainment update. From a major Billboard milestone to controversy surrounding a movie premiere and the death of a legendary actor, here are the stories making the headlines today. Afrobeat star Arya Starr has recorded another career milestone as her third studio album, Stargirl, debuted at number 4 on the Billboard World Album chart. The album, released on August 14th through Maven Records and Republic Records, landed in the top 5 less than 2 weeks after its release. Stargirl features collaborations with other amazing artists. The achievement adds to Arya Starr's growing international profile, following the success of her previous albums, 19 and Dangerous and The Year I Turned 21. Meanwhile, the National Film and Video Censors Board is taking action over a planned movie premiere in Lagos. The NFVCB says it is working with security agencies to stop the planned premiere of Living in Colors, scheduled to hold in Lagos this weekend. The board says preliminary investigation found explicit sexual content in the film's trailer, while also alleging that it promotes same-sex relationships. According to the NFVCB, the film has not been submitted, vetted, or classified by the board, making its public exhibition or promotion illegal. The board has warned that venues involved could face sanctions, including closure and the revocation of their opening license. The legal proceedings are also being initiated against the production company, producers, and promoters involved. And finally, in a major loss for the entertainment industry, fans are remembering an actor whose performances became part of pop culture history. English actor Tim Curry, best known for playing Dr. Frank in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, has died at the age of 80. Curry first played the iconic role on stage in 1973 before paraphrasing it into a 1975 film, which later became a cult classic. He also gained worldwide recognition as Pennywise in the 1990 television adaptation of Stephen King's It. His other notable films include Annie, Home Alone 2, A Muppet Treasure Island, while his stage career earned him 3 Tony Award nominations. Curry is remembered for his distinctive performances and a career that spanned more than 5 decades. From Arya Starr's Billboard success to the NFVCB's intervention and the loss of Tim Curry, these are some of the stories shaping the entertainment world today. I am Lenny Squared. Thanks for watching. Coming up next with sport updates is God's Power, Dokan.
Hello and welcome to Sports Update. I am Udokan Godspower, bringing you the latest from the world of sports. Let's get into today's stories. The Nigerian Premier Football League has finally ended a decade-long wait for a title sponsor, signing a 3-year deal worth $7.5 million with the Euro Match. The agreement is worth $2.5 million every season, with 60% going directly to the league's 20 clubs. MPFL chairman Benga Elegbelaye says the deal should help improve players' salaries and welfare. It is the league's first title sponsorship since Globalcom's deal ended in 2016, giving the new NPFL season a major commercial boost. And as the NPFL begins a new chapter commercially, Nigeria's The Tigers are looking to make progress on the international stage. They face group leaders Cameroon today in the second round of the 2027 FIBA World Cup qualifiers, with Nigeria on 10 points, just one behind Cameroon. The race is extremely tight, with Guinea, Tunisia, and South Sudan on 10 points, making every result crucial. The Tigers will also be facing South Sudan on Friday and Cape Verde on Sunday. And now from basketball, we move to Europe, where the Champions League takes central stage later today as the 36 clubs discover their league phase opponents. Defending champions Paris Saint-Germain headline Sport 1 alongside Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Atletico Madrid, while Manchester United and Aston Villa are among the big names in Pot 2. The draw begins at 6 p.m. Nigerian time, with each club set to face 8 different opponents, making today's draw an important first step on the road to the knockout stages. And finally, Nottingham Forest have broken their transfer record by signing Liam Delap from Chelsea for around £45 million. The 23-year-old striker scored 12 Premier League goals from Ipswich Town before moving to Chelsea, but managed just 3 goals in 47 appearances for the London club. Forest are now hoping he can rediscover the form that made him one of the most highly rated young striker in England. And that's a wrap on today's sports update. Coming up next is PG News with Sidikat.
Hi, my name is Hawa Shakir Owodini, and shout out to S24 for this interview. It was so smooth and so clean. Thank you so much.
Una good afternoon, my people. How body, how today, how Nanja? Today, Tori no go far at all. Make I begin yarn now. What bring me today? We go begin for federal government. We don't bring out 365 million naira annual prize to take reward academic research, innovation, and serious intellectual work where they happen for Nanja higher institutions like universities, polytechnic, and colleges of education. The award will cover 6 different fields like medicine, engineering, agriculture, law, and teaching innovation. It will also include 30 million naira prize where they give Dr. Stella Adadevo for medicine and medical innovation. Education Minister Atunji Alausa talk say the program will help make academic research day strong, and the first award will happen for November 2026. And still on top government matter, we see say federal government don't announce say public schools and hospitals where they enjoy government solar power projects go start to the pay tariff so that the solar system go last long. Government creates one company where they call Renewable Asset Management Company under the Rural Electrification Agency to handle the matter. REA boss Alijo Abba Abubakar explains say plenty solar projects don't spoil before because say money no dey to repair them. So with this new company, they collect tariff to maintain the solar system so that government no go carry all the financial burden alone. This one, they follow about 363 billion naira where government don already put inside solar projects for 22 federal universities and 3 teaching hospitals. And for another story, Nigeria Police Force headquarters don't invite social media activist Martins Use, where people sabi as very dark man, making can show evidence for him claim say police officers for checkpoints they join body with kidnappers and bandits. Very dark man been talked during the Nigerian Bar Association conference for Port Harcourt say checkpoint officers they help kidnappers find rich travelers, can't give them their details for ransom. But police talk say the accusation na serious matter and you no get evidence they can't they warn people say may they know they use blanket talk. Text point name for all police officers. Even though any officer where they catch for that kind of worker, he go chop punishment. And for inside health side, we see say the Association of Psychiatrists in Nigeria don't support federal government plan where they remove criminal law where they put person for prison if person try killing himself. Even though they support the law change, the doctors want say law alone no go stop suicide. They tell government say may they tackle hunger, poverty, unemployment, bad economy, and high cost of living because now all these things they make person mind the reason suicide. They also ask may government begin use the Mental Health Act 2021 make healthcare for free reach everybody. And for inside Obodo Igbo Tori, we see say Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates don't want say computer brain and artificial intelligence will be AI go remove plenty work and it go cause serious wahala for human history. Bill Gates writes inside essay for his website say now junior workers go even suffer and pass as work like customer service, software engineering, sales and paralegal work fit commot. While later on AI and robotics fit even enter blue collar work. It still talk say AI fit help transform healthcare, agriculture, education, and clean energy if to say government put proper rules and control for ground. And lastly, before I pack my paper, scientists them don't confirm saying an ice mountain will break cause the heavy flash flood will kill more than 160 people, will make hundreds miss for Nepal and Tibet. The US Geological Survey talks saying a glacial collapse caused the shaking where people feel, say no be earthquake. And they won't say as weather they hot for everywhere, so ice mountains for Himalayas they where as rescue work see they go on to find people will survive. Nanja people, now here we carry our story reach today. Oh, but before you go, wait, make me and Ola enter this matter where we make we choke mouth. Thank you, my country people. Ola Wale or Motego don't join me. Make we for yarn this matter. Now only two we go carry because story a plenty. Welcome, Ola.
Thank you, Sidika.
How you did today?
I did come well.
So we see say they don't catch video. Say make you come bring evidence on top the matter where you talk say checkpoints. Police where they stand for checkpoint they with kidnappers to carry some people. Say na rich men they target. What do you hear for that matter? What do you think?
He reached to invite them because what he talk now very heavy yarn. And if you look up now, no matter we no get ahead. Because for the record now, the people within Nigeria, they pass over 370,000.
And they try their best.
Yes, and they try their best. Make we no lie. So for you to come sit down, come yarn that kind of matter, say, nah, the same people where they protect us. Go
so
they give informate
give
them,
these bad boys them.
Yeah, so it good as Niger police take invite and make it come drop evidence so it go help their.
But you just saying go see evidence bring because at the reason I say how we take even sabi this kind of thing, how you take no. You know say very dark man. Every time they carry all this kind of matter, they come for social media say in they try open some people nyash.
Yeah, as they don't invite them now, you go talk the one way you know for there.
You reach make it go.
Open you know say if you two they talk sometimes you go put yourself for
wahala where you no go know.
Yes, now be this one way you don't put himself now and you guys drop. Evidence.
And still for inside that story, police them come they talk say anybody where they any popo where they catch for that kind of matter, say you go chop punishment too. You make you know say themselves they know they support that kind of thing.
Yes,
because
it
be like say now they try how or even they call and say they try dirty their name or that kind of thing.
Yes. Now what they try and for where he even talk himself, no before even small place.
For Nigerian Bar Association, for where everybody gather.
Where them lawyers them they. And me, I feel say they no supposed give them that kind of chance to talk that kind of talk.
You know, say very dark man, even now one kind of person will be say, you don't need give a chance to make it talk with you get to talk. Once you just get opportunity like this, what they in mind now you begin the answer.
But the kind of way you talk now, you don't dirty the name of our people for Nigeria. And me, I feel say you not supposed to be like that. Sure, you understand now. So now like this now, any people you see now, she make we can't use that kind of eye.
They look them, that kind of thing.
And our people now people their parents. So and all this kind of talk, you know, good. So me, I feel say as they take invite them, and very
make
very
for
good.
See
thing,
evidence.
Yes.
If you don't see evidence being told, not me go talk what they go do. Another one come be say we see say Nigeria don't bring about one kind of big money like 300 and something million naira for education matter.
And that one now the better update too. Because people don't they too rubbish education, they go say school na scam.
And school not be scam.
And school not be scam. So this kind new informates will come now. It go ginger all our students with this school, make they read well.
They even give one girl, they say na Dr. Stella at that level.
Yes.
30 billion naira for medicine and medical innovation.
Yes, they use them honor the woman because of what she do for 2016 for that Ebola matter. Say the woman, she did very, very professional.
So if you study MBBS, now this one now you're calling, say make it for take and serious.
Yes,
because now who's a big book now they don't know my brother.
Yes. I mean, I see say like this now everybody go down the ginger themselves for school. Even person will never enter school safe. As they enter,
they read for pass jam.
Yes,
you know say if you sabi the book, something they wait for you.
Yes, and now this kind of updates now they not just give students with this school also they even do for people where they do masters and doctorate. So as long as say the kind of way they read, say you did good for them well, say they go reward you. I mean, I think say it good for everybody.
It good well. Like Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, they talk say make our Nigerian people too, make they for try, make it not be saying only for paper. Our students they go school, make they for sabi, wait till they go fit they work when they finish.
May evidence day.
May evidence day say you go school. Not say you go come out from school, you no go sabi do anything because of say one kind to say our school curriculum don't they outdated.
You know say certificate's good, but the one way good pass na certificate.
Where you sabi do my brother that kind of thing. Thank you, my brother. I don't say time no deal for continue to the chook mouth where for this matter. But my country people na so we carry and come today and here we go live on. Till we meet again. My name na Sidika Yusuf.
Thank you, Sidikat, for that version of our news. And this brings us to the end of S24 News Rundown. Do join us next time, and remember to follow us on all our social media platforms at S24 Television for more updates and breaking stories. My name is Gloria Atta. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.